picked us this very flowery looking mandala. I find it quite pretty. The reason why I'm calling it flower is because these things here, they remind me of flowers, and also this circle in the middle is a bit leafy like. So this mandala is taken from Body Tree. Sorry, it's called Body Tree, and it's taken from coloring pages that are called mandala.com. They are providing this free resource, so you can print coloring pages from there. So thank you very much to Body Tree. Right, to me, what I think I will do is normally I start from the middle. I'm wondering if in this case I would start from the edges, just because these really remind me of a flower I have in the garden, and that flower has this kind of colors. The flower's got some pinks, some purples in it, and it's very vibrant. You don't see much of it in the spring, it sort of dies away, or the winter, and then it bounces back up in the spring. There we go. It's gonna be a big one to color this morning. Let's see how long it takes me. I don't know how you guys feel about coloring, but I find it quite calming. If I'm going through some stressful times, it's nice to do some coloring. The only thing you think is, what color should I put next? And how to color without going over the lines, that sort of stuff. If you're feeling, or if you're hearing any funny noises in the background, that is my neighbor. They are doing some fixing for their house, so it might sound a bit noisy when they're drilling. I'm sure it will be lovely once it's done. There we go. Anybody else interested in coloring mandalas? This is quite a new thing for me. I literally just started. I was lucky to find this website where I can just print these. I guess I could try drawing one myself, but what I will do, I think, is I'll just color a few of these and then I'll give it a go. then I think I will have a better idea of how to draw a mandala and how to make it look really nice. Everybody seems very quiet this morning. Is it just because it's Tuesday and we're sort of starting to get into the working week? Less time for everything and more things to do. Oops, one more. Thought I had done them. There. And then shall we do a little bit of green? Let's go with that. Oops. That end doesn't look good. Let's get something with a bit sharper. Would I be able to do that sound? Yep, I can. There we go. Got strong colors this morning. I think that what I will do is these are now starting to look very flowery. So I'll go and make those little, I don't know what these are actually called in the flowers. These things that look like antennas. I'll probably put some yellow in there. This was the first time I found a flowery looking mandala, and I think I also found something that looks a bit like a snowflake. I will be doing that on another morning. Okay. Actually, I think what I could have done is I could have done those that also look like stems with the same color. There we go. Okay, let's go round and round again. Excuse me. There. There we go. Right, shall we do the yellow next? I think I'll keep that green just in case I still need that. Then let's go for the yellow. light yellow. See how that one looks like. Whoops. I hit my head in the camera. Happens sometimes. Sorry about the wobble. I love the springtime. I like how all the flowers are starting to come up, and those that die away for the winter are starting to poke out some leaves, and everything is growing and everything feels so vibrant after this long period of dormancy. Yeah, spring is great. Anybody else who loves spring out there? What shall we do next? I think let's do a different kind of green. Oops. This is matcha tea. Let's try that. Let's see what kind of a green that is. Yeah, I think that will be good. Let's put down both sides. There. Then I'll need to find a green also for these sleeves. But for now I'll just stick to coloring, going all the way around the mandala. Yeah, this definitely feels weird coloring it from the outside to in. I normally always color mandalas inside out, but this time the flowers on the outside just drew me in, and I felt like that is the place to start. There we go. Hello, Sam's Adventure One. Thank you for your comments. Yeah, I think it is very important to follow your heart and follow your gut. If it feels right, you go for it. So many times in my life I've ignored my gut, and then I've ended up being in situations that I have not really liked being in. And now that I feel like I'm getting older and possibly wiser. Maybe now it's time to change that a bit and be smarter about things and try to see if I can actually listen to that gut. Because I am sure my gut has my best interests. So it's just following what feels right. Right, warm green, grass green. How different are they? Let's see how it looks like. Okay. So this is grass green, this is warm green. To me, they look very much the same. Is there anybody who can see a difference there? I can almost see more difference between those two, even that they are from the same pen. One looks somehow more yellow than the other one. These two were named different, but my eyes can't tell the difference. Unless I just confused which one I used before and now I'm using the same. Maybe that's the reason. There we go. Looking quite green today. Very much a green mandala, which is actually quite nice. Shall we put some, I would like to put some blue there, or should we go for turquoise? Or perhaps even a mix. Turquoise and what would be going well with it? Too much of it. Maybe we'll go for turquoise blue and turquoise green. Let's do a couple of dots with this. There we go. Feels like we're breathing air, even that they look more like water droplets. There we go. Taking a couple of colors here. How is everybody feeling today? Are we having a good morning? Are we thinking about the day that's gone past, day that's ahead, depending on what time it is where you are? Are we feeling happy? How are we feeling today? It's good to sort of ask that sometimes. How am I feeling today? coloring feels quite therapeutic. Calms you down, slows you down. So that there's less need to run. There we go. I think a little bit more blue would go somewhere. So we've now put a bit of turquoise, I think. Yes, and I do need more green there as well. Let's try this one. Huh, it says weeds green. Oh dear. It's actually quite a nice green. Looks like weeds are growing quite vibrant. And this time I can almost see a difference between the other greens. If I really try. Well, I almost hope there was a little bit more contrast between these colors. They are quite similar. I need to choose something that looks drastically different. On the end of the pen to then get more contrast there. Well, I guess this is again a thing that you just learn by doing. And I had just started. Anybody else out there starting something new? Today, this week? Or thinking of starting something new? Anybody feeling like sharing? Sharing their thoughts or their plans. Oh, there we go. Right. And now I think the blue that I was talking about. Let's put some baby blue. There. There we go. Around and around. Yep, around and around we go. it doesn't make you feel dizzy me turning this picture around. Nope. Banged my head in the camera again. Sorry for the wobble. Need to try not to do that. There we go. I think, what shall we do next? I think maybe bringing a bit of yellow on this again. Yeah. There we go. Bringing the yellow from the out to the in. Huh. Look like tadpoles. Okay. And then what shall we do next? A little bit of, do I have light? I don't have light orange, so let's be brave and put this in and see what happens. Right. Feel like doing this big one with it. Let's see how this will turn out. What I love about mandalas is that they end up always looking somehow nice when you color them. There is no wrong options as such. It's just what you've chosen, what felt right on the day when you was doing it. Today was the day for me to do a flowery mandala. There we go. Yeah, it does look very orange. I did think this is going to be a brave color choice. I think let's bring other colors next to it. See how it looks after I've done the others. Okay. And the final one. Now we've gone around. Okay. What else shall we do? I think let's do more of the light green that I had somewhere. There we go. Matcha tea. I think let's go here. Sort of a bit of a filler. The background color sort of fills it in, makes it feel whole. Equally important than the big bold colors in the front. So on the outside, this mandala is quite airy. It's open, it's got these loops. And then it sort of gets more dense in structure as it goes closer to the middle. There we go. And I feel like doing some purple, light purple, quite light. These were the colors that I used to start with, so I think we will go with the peony purple. There we go. And it goes here. There we go. Ties it in a bit with what I already used. And sort of at the same time mellows it down a bit. Yep, you guys are definitely a very quiet bunch today. Very few comments in the chat. There we go. Now the question is, what else do we do? Gonna go for more purplish, bluish, pinkish. Any thoughts? We could do that, or we could continue bringing the greens in. So I need a few colors. Starting to think maybe it was better for me to start from the middle as I normally do. Finding it harder to sort of decide what to put in the middle now that I've done the edges. Don't quite know why. Maybe it's just a question of getting what you get used to. There we go, we got beautiful purples, calming purples, and we've got these splashes of orange and yellow that are very vibrant. I'm actually thinking let's put more green. Green, green, green. Green seems to be the thing of the day. Let's go for pale green. See how that looks like. Okay, there we go. Not sure how pale that is though. That seems very similar to some of the other greens here. Oh dear, my goodness. Wow, maybe you guys have better eyesight. Maybe you can tell the difference. Maybe there is a little bit of difference. Very, very marginal though. For some of these pens, the color seems to change quite a lot as it dries. So when you put your first bit of color in, don't quite know how it will look like as it dries. So I just need to wait. Okay, and then the final bits. What shall we do there? What color shall we put there? I already used that. What was this cute lilac? I think I probably just took it and never used it. Yep. There we go. Almost ready. Yes, I'm not quite sure what I think of this. Do I like the colors I chose or not? What do you think? Does it look quite right? Yeah. Leave me your thoughts. Thank you for watching.